Hello and welcome to the week ahead reading. So I'm going to do a astrology report and I'm also going to do a tarot reading for this week ahead. So let's start with Monday. So today, sorry, I'll turn that down. Sorry. So today we have got the 11/11 portal. So it feels very much like fresh new starts, new beginnings. And we've also got Venus moving into Capricorn today. So Venus moving into Capricorn, it'll stay there for a few weeks. And Venus in Capricorn is very much about the kind of like long-term commitments we are making to our relationships. And it was really funny because I woke up this morning and I know like obviously roughly what the transits are doing, but like they're not always fresh in my mind like all the time, right? But this morning I woke up and I was like, I really actually feel like doing DIY. Like I never, just for the record, I never do DIY. Like it's not something I'm very good at. It's not something I ever want to do. It's always like at the bottom of my list. And then it, like literally in my mind, I was like, I wonder if there's any like Capricorn things happening. Because like I say, I couldn't quite recall it in that moment. And obviously Venus, which is like beautifying things, has moved into Capricorn, and Capricorn is in my fourth house. So like DIY home projects. And I was like, oh, I just love the alignment of that. So that might just be a me thing, but I work with Venus a lot, and Venus is my ruling planet. If you're a Taurus rising or Libra rising, you might feel Venus's energy when she shifts more than others potentially. So I always feel that change when she moves signs. I'm like, oh, hello. Anyway, just thought I'd share that. So Venus in Capricorn, yeah, Capricorn is very much about the long-term plans, and like Venus is about relationships. So like long-term commitments in terms of relationships. And like I alluded to there, depending on what your rising sign is, it will show up maybe in a certain area in your life. So for me, it's the house of home and home projects and all that kind of stuff. So I've been painting today. Anyway, so that's happening today. And we'll feel the effect of Venus in Capricorn for a few weeks. And then on Tuesday, we have Mercury squaring Saturn. So a little bit more uncomfortable. This is a really good day for facing problems. And kind of like, well, Mercury is planet of communication, and Saturn is like the authority, so it could be something around issues around authority figures potentially and like difficult communications. But yeah, really the feeling I get is more sort of a good time to see where we are out of alignment with certain things. But I will say like this can bring a little bit of a doom and gloom energy as well, something to look out for. But I never like to be sort of too negative about these things. They just are what they are. It's not the easiest transit, but yeah, just something to pay attention to. So I would say, yeah, good use of this energy is to sort of be like, where am I not congruent? Like Saturn wants us to be sort of like in line with like yeah, just what am I trying to say here? Yeah, just in alignment and like doing the things and taking action on the things that are important to us, our values, right? So this is a good day to kind of look at that, and that can be a little bit uncomfortable with it being a square. So that's just something to look out for. And then on Friday, we have the full moon in Taurus. Now, it's a bit of a funny one because full moon in Taurus, the moon loves to be in Taurus. So, and that's always true. But this particular full moon is sitting right next to Uranus. Now, Taurus is a very stable, fixed earth sign, likes the simplicities of life, the simple pleasures. And Uranus likes to shake things up. So this feels a little bit like I'm going to do a full reading on this, and I'm going to get deeper into it, but as a nutshell kind of version, it does feel like this full moon is going to be asking us to shake things up in regards to things that are not really working for us, which again is often a full moon. Like full moons are often about releasing something that's not working, but this feels a little bit more unstable with it being Uranus, sitting next to Uranus. So Taurus could have a little bit of a tough time with that because Taurus likes stability, comfort, safety, security, and Uranus doesn't. So I think it's going to be quite an interesting sort of full moon. And I think it's just going to be about ushering in like the new world. That's Uranus, right? We do also have on Sunday the Sun opposing Uranus. So again, more of this very Uranian energy. And I think it's really going to be about like getting us to align and embrace our unique, authentic selves, right? Uranus is, well, I always think of like Aquarius's ruler is Uranus, and Aquarius is very much about being sort of like unique and individual, and someone with a lot of Aquarius placements is someone that looks kind of like, I don't know, they're dressing unusually, they're like unafraid to be their sort of like true unusual selves. And with it being opposing the Sun, it's kind of like really this push pull of like asking us to kind of be our truest, weirder selves. I would say it's like kind of a weird like energy when it's Aquarius, like being unusual in some way. And it's really about kind of like owning this, like who we are, what we came here to do, what we came here to be, who we really are. And like that's going to be what we're kind of asked to face this weekend, of like allowing more of that to come through. So that's kind of the down and dirty of the astrology. And now I'm just going to get into a tarot reading of the collective energies of this week ahead to see how we're all doing. What is the collective energy this week? How are we all doing? Ooh, blimey. That was like 50 cards, so I probably can't get those out. Saw a few of them though. Who knows if they'll come back out. What is the collective energy, please? How are we all doing? Yep, seen that one twice now. There's another one. Thank you very much. Yeah. Ooh, okay. So we have got, this is the one I've seen twice. Interestingly, this is a Mercury in Sagittarius card, and Mercury is currently in Sagittarius. That feels significant. Yeah, so things moving a little quicker now. And I think for some of you, this is going to be like a really nice thing. Like maybe things have felt a little bit slow, and now things are starting to move ahead. Things are starting to be swifter, right? That's the swiftness. 8 of Wands, moving quickly. But just be mindful of not sort of overdoing it too much with this card. I often feel like it can be a little bit of a frantic sort of energy. So that's kind of nice. I think for some of you, it's like things are moving a bit faster now in a way that you've wanted them to, and maybe some of you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed because Mercury in Sagittarius doesn't do, it's not the most comfortable place because Mercury's ruler is Gemini and Virgo, and Sagittarius is in its kind of like detriment. So yeah, it can be a bit overwhelming. So I don't know if some of you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed maybe. We've also got here the Emperor. So there is something here around like really standing in your power. And again, for some of you, it feels like you are now really starting to embody, like, you know what it is that you want, you know what it is that you need to do, because this is an Aries card. It's all about the doing and taking action. So there is kind of like a feeling of like wanting to like move forward now and get things going, which is lovely. And then we've also got Princess of Discs here, and this always to me makes it feel like there's something maybe either actually, this is interesting. What I'm really drawn to in this particular reading is this coin here. So I wonder if there's like new job opportunities for some of you coming up. But generally when I pull this card, there's a need to get grounded and just like stay focused this week. And especially emphasized with the Emperor here, there is something around like, yeah, just feeling like, right, I want to like make things happen now. Like that kind of feels like the feeling, which is nice. Okay, so what are the potential challenges, please? Potential challenges for those watching for this week. Oops. I feel like I need another one. I feel like I want two. Interesting, we've got so many court cards, just load. Actually, I've seen this one twice as well at the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, again, like there might be some feelings of exhaustion. But we've also got here a couple of court cards. We've got Princess of Wands, we've got Prince of Swords. Maybe a feeling of like not, with this being a challenge, not feeling very clear. Even though you want to move forward, maybe there's still some things that need to be cleared up, or you need to get some more clarity on certain things. And then for some of you, it could be, again, like I do feel like I've been saying this so much recently, but this feeling of just like still being quite tired and like almost towards the end, but not quite there yet. And maybe that's like wearing on you a little bit now. Like there's a feeling of, yeah, again, especially emphasized here with this Eight of Wands, it's like wanting to move forward, but just like feeling like, oh, it's not quite there yet. Like that's an interesting message. It does feel like for some of you, there's maybe some feelings of frustration, feelings of like, I want this to happen, but it's not quite there. And it's like, I need to sort of keep going and it's difficult. What's the best part of this week, please? Best part of the week ahead for those watching. Interesting. Yeah, we've got the Death card here. That your breakthrough is coming. Yeah, that's what it feels like it is. It's like this feeling of maybe frustration, of things not quite being where you want them to be. But actually, this is a card of transformation. The transformation is coming. The change is coming that you want, that you've been working towards. And I know you can't quite see it yet. That's what it feels like. But there's a need to sort of like, just remember, like, it's just a little bit more to go now. Keep going. I know, like, I don't like to say that because it's like, ugh. But it does feel like that. Ooh, what's this? Ugh, sorry, a few cards fell out there. What is the guidance for this week, please? Interesting. Another court card. Got the Queen of Wands, which I love the Queen of Wands. I do really like, just look how powerful she is. And we've got the Emperor here as well. There's a lot of very powerful energy this week. And with there being so many court cards, it's like, it's really just like this feeling of like, again, I know I've been talking about power a lot recently, and it is about like being very clear on what you want. I think with this being guidance as well, this is kind of like saying, there's something about following your like desire, following your passion, and continuing to like, what's the word? Like prioritize what you're passionate about and putting that at the forefront this week. Like focusing on your passion and like not losing sight. If you're feeling a little bit like frustrated, it's like, keep going. This is a very creative energy, and it is a wand, so it's like there is something about taking action with this being guidance. It's like the guidance is to keep taking action, but she is very like taking action towards that which she is passionate about. Like that's really the focus this week, and to not lose sight of like what it is that you actually want to do, because again, with all of this kind of like Uranus energy, it's like feels like we're really being asked to like step into like who we really are, what we really want, and like willing to be seen as like like I almost want to say like difficult. That's an interesting like message, but yeah, like allowing yourself to be unique and not like allowing other people to dim your shine, and like even if they don't like it, there's like something about that this week of really focusing on that, with there being so many fiery like court cards here which is really interesting message. This is so different to usual. So yeah, to summarize, like the change and transformation is coming. You just got to keep going, like you're nearly there. This is the 9 of Wands. The 9 is like towards the end, like it's close now. You just have to keep fighting the good fight because again, where there's so much Wands here, we've got Princess of Wands as well, like more, you know, so much Wands. It's like the fight, staying in the fight, and not giving up right now. Keep going. So thank you so much for watching that. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments what's resonated for you, and if you have liked this video, obviously liking the video, sharing, telling your friends, subscribing, all of that stuff really, really helps the channel grow. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.